Yes, so hi and hello, welcome everyone. So in today's talk show, we have new guest Sneha. So Sneha, please introduce yourself.
So my name is Sneha and I'm 23 years old. I have just completed my post-graduation in Finance MBA from University of Mumbai, and this is my recent internship in ARM in accounting department. And it was a 4 month intern. As in it was a 600 hours internship, but it took me like 4 hours. We are supposed to complete it in 3 months, but it took me 4 months because I am also a student and at times I had to prepare for my exam. So there was this flexibility in ARM because of which I was able to study for my exams and continue with the internship as well.
So let's brief out about your internship experience and what kind of exposure you got in this internship. So just a brief about that part.
We students, we crave for I would say practical knowledge more than theoretical knowledge, and even till post graduation we get you know theoretical knowledge more than practical knowledge. So in ARM we have mostly got practical knowledge. We so Working in accounting department, I have worked on few accounting apps such as Zoho and Tally. Talking about Tally, I have already done a course on Tally, and yet, I mean, uh, there was a break of like 9 to 10 months, because of which, if I would have been gone for an interview and asked to work on Tally, probably I would have faced some difficulty. But due to this internship, I am very, like, I can say I'm confident that I can work on Tally now. And Zoho was completely new, and it is one of the most user-friendly accounting application that I have worked on, I would say. And yes, Excel, I had basic knowledge of Excel, but advanced knowledge of Excel, I got it from this internship.
As being a student, students strive to achieve more of the practical knowledge rather than theoretical. So in terms of practical, you said that you worked upon the tools like Tally, Zoho Books, and you did learn Excel. So what kind of practical working you did in this internship? Tell me about that.
Okay, so we were given, so since we are interns, we cannot be given actual, data of the companies. We cannot work on actual companies. So as a starter, what they did is they gave us the companies that they have already worked on. They gave us that data, and we were asked to again work on that company in by making demo accounts in Zoho and Tally. So I think that like that I have worked on four different companies. So that was very knowledgeable for me. That was because that was we are working on this practical thing for a long time, for 4 months. So by that I got very flexible with it. I mean, I
So
got very
is
used to
it
it.
is was it those data which you said right now? Is it that it was a dummy data or it was just previous years data of the clients?
It
What
was previous
data
year's
was?
data. So Ifra
Okay.
ma'am and Niyanti ma'am, they have already worked on these company. So that data they gave us to work on.
So what do you believe that this kind of data, getting a data from the an actual organization, certain actual facts and numbers, and working on a dummy data, what big difference does this make for you or for any students to learn into an internship?
See, it took me 1 month to work on one company. Okay, even though
Okay.
I had already done a course on Tally, yet it took me a whole 1 month. And when I spoke to Ifra ma'am that at least how much time should it have been taken, so she said at least like 15 to 20 days. But since I had no experience in that, it took me 1 month. But later, the companies in that I worked on after like 1 month, that was I completed all of those in 15 to 20 days itself. So I believe it's a really good way for us to practice and then maybe work on actual data, actual companies.
What was your day-to-day activity or task or workings in terms of these companies?
One thing I got left with is analyzing of those data. But other than that, inputting all those data in Zoho Books, and then from Zoho Books to Tally, and matching those reports, as in first of all profit and loss, and after profit and loss balance sheet. So we had to match that.
Mhm,
So
mhm.
yeah,
Okay.
so it gave us an idea that how things should be. If sometimes we make a mistake, even a difference of, let's say, 10 rupees, 100 rupees, 200 rupees, even that difference matters, because I
Mhm.
remember, even if we had difference of, like, let's say 60, 70 rupees, if our ma'am wouldn't let it go, she will be like, correct those mistakes. So you need really good grasping skills with that, because you have abundant
Mhm.
data. In that, you have to see what mistake did you do. So I think you need really good grasping skill.
So, as you told that with this practical exposure of 4 months of practical exposure, you got on to work on a real-time client data, though it was a past years of data, which the seniors have already worked upon. So, with this data, which you told that you used to do filling that data into Zoho books, and then you used to fill that data into the tally, and then you used to match the balance sheet, and not even a very small mistakes, they don't pass that small mistakes also, you should get at least exact balance, so the balance sheet should be balanced exactly correct. So with this kind of, I would say, the environment what you got over here, the sincerity, the strictness of your seniors, so how do you recommend these things, how it helps you or any intern or any person to grow themselves?
I would say, first of all, we think that it's strict. It is giving, I mean, the way I'm talking, I think a lot of people will think that it's strict, but it's not. In fact, wait a second. It was quite professional, actually. Professional and yet easygoing, I would say, because we are given abundant of time to correct our mistakes. Yeah, the problem is that we get frustrated very easily, as in, if the balances are not matching, if there is even a point of difference, we, by the end of the time, we get this sense that it should match exactly the way it is. So that is frustrating for us, but other than that, it improves our skills, and the environment is very easygoing, I would say, because not once has our coordinators has raised their voices on us or said anything rude. I have worked on previous internship as well, and at times our supervisors would be frustrated, and they would kind of raise their voices on us, and that was very demotivating. But there was no such thing in this internship. No, even Mukesh sir, he being such an experienced person, he hasn't raised his voice on anyone. So I would say, even though it is very professional environment, yet it is very easygoing environment.
Okay, that's great. That's really nice to hear about it. So, beside these, working on to the accounting profession, what other tools did you explore over here?
We all had to, in internal presentation, we all had to make presentations. So I'm
Mhm.
already a management student, and I already had to make a lot of presentation. The only application that I would use is, I would say, Microsoft,
PowerPoint,
Microsoft
yes.
PowerPoint for PPT. But we were also introduced Canva in ARM, and I would say Canva was also very easy to use. So that is one additional thing I learned in ARM.
Mhm.
Presentation skills also improve, because during internal presentation they would also give us their review, so that was
Mhm.
very helpful. Even though I'm a management student, it's not like I'm flawless or something. I have given presentation for 5 years, 5 long years, and yet I wouldn't say I'm flawless or something. I made mistakes, and while making presentation I had space to improve. So I got that from, so our coordinator in internal presentation was Anurag Hembron. So he was really good. I mean, I appreciated his guidance a lot.
So, Sneha, as you told that you had a knowledge of Excel basic, but then you got to learn Excel advanced over here. So, what was that all about? I heard that there were certain workshops for each and every department. So, I believe this Excel is a kind of workshop for you, correct? Okay,
Because
so
we were not given actual data to work on. We were just given, like, data to practice, to
the
improve our
dummy
skills.
data, the practice data.
Yes,
Oh,
yes, yes.
so what did you learn in this Excel advanced? What topics have been covered into it?
A lot of, from very basic things, from how to copy, how to paste, from that to all the keyboard shortcuts to pivot table. I only regret that my internship got completed in this 4 month, and I didn't get to analyze my data in that. But other than that, there were a lot of things that we learned. I have never worked on pivot table, so I got to work on pivot table, so
Mhm.
I learned that much.
Have you attended the goal setting workshop?
I did for few days, but after that I had exams, so I had to skip it.
So according to you, in this internship, how would you recommend this internship to any individual around the at the same age, the people those who are looking for internships and they are trying to do a change of job career? So how would you recommend this internship, and according to you, what are the pros and cons of this internship?
I would only recommend this to my juniors because I'll tell them if they want to learn, then you can join this internship. It's not that you don't learn in other organization, you do, but the environment is very different. Since we also get paid in other organizations, so there is this pressure, and we are not given any important work to do. We are given very basic and menial jobs, very menial tasks, and we are set. We are like asked to do again and again to do it. So in ARM, the whole environment was about learning. The goal was, I think, for us to learn, for us interns to learn. So I would just tell them that if you want to gain any practical knowledge and if you want to know what actually happens in corporate world, then you should go for this internship.
So, and what do you believe the pros and cons?
That are coordinators. So my coordinator to whom I can like text or call whenever I have any technical doubt. She was in graduation and I was already doing my post graduation, and I learned that she had a little less knowledge in tally. So sometimes, whatever doubt I would ask her, sometimes she was not able to clear it out. And I have spoken to Ifra ma'am and Niyati ma'am about it, and they also tried to change my coordinator. But then later I had a talk with my that coordinator. Her name is Pandana. So we had a talk, and she said that this time she would take it seriously. So my only point of view is that so if I'm in batch 6, someone from batch 8 should be my coordinator and not batch 7, because they
Mhm.
still don't have that much experience or knowledge. This is my perspective, or maybe I didn't get along good with my coordinator. I don't know.
Okay, okay, okay. That's great. So, it believes that not only you learned from this internship, you taught something to the others also around yourself.
I wish I could be a coordinator to someone and guide them as well. But my internship, I mean, we didn't, batch 8 came late, so I didn't get that chance. Otherwise, I have taken few presentations on technical sessions on Zoho and Tally. So, yeah, that was very good. I mean, they would ask doubts and I would answer them. That was very nice to, answer
That's
someone else and to guide them. Yeah.
So, as you told that this Zoho which you worked upon, so what exactly is that Zoho, that accounting software? How scalable that software is, or what do you think that as there are many accounting softwares in the market currently, so how this software? Why we should learn only this software? What is your point of view to learn this accounting software, this Zoho software, rather than any other accounting software?
So the same question was asked by my professor. I mean, I made a project on this internship, and the same similar question was asked to me by my professor, and I'll give you the same answer. Comparing with other software, if you take SAP, if you take Tally, even Tally is a little technical, and it takes time for us to learn with with all of its shortcut and technicality. But with Zoho is very user friendly. It doesn't need shortcut. Everything is right in front of you on your screen. And even if, let's say, you don't understand anything, so for that you don't need a teacher, or you don't need to like join a course or something. So it is very user friendly. Someone who doesn't belong from commerce background can also use that app. So just one word, it is very, very user friendly.
So I believe coming to this organization, doing this internship might give you some good output in terms of the technical tools to use with respect to the domain.
I agree with that. Yes. Most importantly, so I am someone who struggle with confidence and self-esteem. So with these technical sessions and with the presentation sessions, it gave me a quite a lot of confidence, because even in the previous internship, I didn't interact with a lot of people, but coming to ARM and it being a virtual internship, I have interacted with a lot of people.
Sneha, hearing from you that not really confident person, hearing from you that I don't believe it is true.
It is very true, sir. Believe me.
That's great. So I believe this confidence boost, that is also somewhat thing which you learned over here. Or I
Definitely,
believe that
definitely.
this thing has somewhat put it some sort of confidence into you. Yeah, in doing this internship, आग में घी डालने वाला काम कर रही है ये internship आपके लिए confidence aspect में.
एग्जैक्टली सर, क्योंकि इसमें हमें बहुत लोगों से इंटरैक्ट करना पड़ा, फ्रॉम सीनियर्स टू जूनियर्स एंड एट ए टाइम विद मुकेश सर. सो या, ऑफ कोर्स, व्हाई नॉट, बहुत कॉन्फिडेंस आ गया उसके कारण.
That's great. That's great, Sneha. Okay, so thank you, Sneha, for your valuable time for this talk show. And on behalf of accounting team, on behalf of Ananta Resource Management, I congratulate you for your future. And we believe that this internship somewhat put some value into your career growth. एक kickstart जरूर दिया होगा. We believe that. And congratulate for you
Yes
to
sir, thank
completing
you.
this internship.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, and thanks to Mukesh sir for carrying out all of these workshops. It is really beneficial for people like me and for society as well, because being students and being freshers, we don't get this exposure, I would say, this practical knowledge much, and we have to struggle a lot in the beginning. But these internship is actually working like a kickstart. It's very helpful, I would say. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you, Sneha.